trying to explain why that is.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that high achieving intelligent women struggle on the romantic side? And you know, one coach says that it's related to their masculine energy. Um,
Being too aggressive or forceful with the tone and
well, I think what it
words.
is like it's translating in order to be quote successful in certain areas, not all areas, but like if you're trying to be like a high powered law firm partner or a C-suite executive, you're gonna need to exhibit masculine energy in some of those meetings. You're gonna have to heavily,
Overcompensates basically, or
yeah,
use those what you say tools. But the thing is, sometimes you're so used to it because you work a lot more than you do coming back home that you don't turn those delicate switches
that's
on
right.
and off.
Yeah, so that's what this third bullet says. That says this means they apply what they learned at work to be forceful and in control to their dating lives. And so I think in general, guys don't really have a problem with girls making a lot of money, but the issue is that that energy
The forceful
that
energy.
that's made them successful. It's very difficult for women to then they come home and then change their energy for their relationship. And this masculine and feminine energy, they're polar opposites, and it's very difficult to switch between the two.
Do you think that confuses men,
Well, I wouldn't say it confuses men. It's more
or
like
I guess maybe more in conflict?
well, I think it doesn't match up with what men are looking for. In general, men are looking for that. Well, masculine men are looking for the feminine energy. If you're a feminine man, then yes, you may be attracted to the
Masculine.
masculine
Take charge.
female. And so what it is, it's masculine. It's a yin and yang. Like one side will attract the other. So if you're a guy and you're more feminine, you will be more attracted to a girl who's masculine. And likewise, the more traditional sense, if you're a masculine man, then you'll be attracted to the feminine woman. Now, if you're an independent woman who practices and exhibits those values of disagreeing at the board, level meetings, and
And at home as well
and
too.
yeah, and then it translates into the relationship. That's where the problem is. I would bet that if a woman makes a lot of money but does so in a feminine way, then the guy actually has no problem with that, because that feminine energy then translates into their relationship, and it's more cohesive and kind of synergistic. On the other hand, if they make a lot of money by being a C-suite executive and a little bit more argumentative, then that's where it conflicts with in what generally what masculine men are looking for. And so I don't think it's so much about how much money the girl makes. Guys are attracted to girls who make more money. There's
So
evidence that
you're
shows that.
saying like the tonality, the word usages, or the words may seem very aggressive.
Yeah,
Talk
words
more
words
about it.
yeah, words is one thing. It's about the energy. And so like if you can make a lot of money with feminine energy, that's like the sweet spot for a girl.
So can you explain more on, like, I guess, feminine energy? Like, what if they don't have a choice to choose feminine workplace? I mean, there are plenty of feminine women
Well,
that
the
want to
workplace is not
maintain it, but
the
it's
workplace is not the only place to make money. So like there's one popular Sports Illustrated um, girl. She just recently got out of divorce,
what's her name?
Kaylee Halil, Kaylee Bailey Khalil, and she has feminine energy, and she makes a lot of money as a social media influencer. There's another girl, Olivia Dunn, a gymnast, who traveling around the world. She's a LSU gymnastics influencer, and now she's promoting products and making a lot of money from there. So I would imagine girls like them that make a lot of money, have a lot of influence, but do so in a feminine way are highly attractive. Versus someone who makes a lot of money at the C-suite and then brings that masculine energy into the relationship, that can potentially create conflict. And so this balance between feminine and and masculine energy, whether it's the guy or the girl or vice versa. I think that balance is what makes a relationship work, and it's challenging to make it work when you have situations where there's crisscross.
And then tying that back in, that's why you want the yin and the yang and the balance.
So whether they're rocket scientists at Lockheed Martin or whether they're doctors at household name hospitals, or whether they're tech VCs, a lot of these are high powered careers, yet many of them have trouble finding partners, and they're looking and they want a partner, but they have trouble finding one.
Whether you are overcompensating or not overcompensating, there's always someone that would be there, and it's a matter of timing and finding the right person.
You're saying what one of these previous articles said, which is just wait and do yourself and wait
Until you find that person.
Right. And I asked at what cost? At the cost of time, at general miserability. This article is saying in their love lives, they need to learn to lead with their feminine energy, which is essentially realizing you are loved for who you are, not what you do. There's a lot of self-worth that a lot of these high-powered
people
people
are wrapped into the worth and value of their careers.
Right.
You're essentially what you're saying is these people are career mind-driven people. They're not domesticated. They're viewed as this wild, not rambunctious, but just wild, like heathen, bestial, independent women.
I'm not saying.
Not you, me. I'm saying it.
Okay.
No, but it's true, right? Like that they're like wild, but wild in a sense of like very, very strong-minded. But that's how. Well, maybe it's assumption, but that's maybe how it's portrayed in a male's perspective. But nowadays, people are calling that out, saying, housewives, they're not getting paid for what they actually do because everything is behind the scene. The people who are masculine, who are independent, they're now being put on stage, applauded, saying like, wow, you've done this. This is amazing. This is great. But what about housewives too? Housewives need that same thing. So there's that whole dichotomy of the extreme.